Hello, good morning. I'm going to walk through a workflow in this video that I am using right now to take any sort of long form content, recorded content, any meetings I have. I realize that I'm doing all these coaching meetings, these sales call meetings, and I'm not capturing this content and doing anything with it. And a lot of times, this is where my best work comes out. So I wanted to just show you this flow. It starts in Zoom, so I'll have a call. I might have a coaching session with a client, or today it was talking to someone that I met on LinkedIn who's been engaging with my content. So I reached out in the DMs and then we had this call. And this is an audio only call. I was not on camera, which is fine for this because I actually use the transcript. So it starts with me coming in here in Zoom, and you can use whatever you have that you're recording with. You can even use YouTube videos and get the transcripts, but the whole point is to grab the transcript. That's your long form raw content that we're using. And then what I'm going to show you here is a skill that I created that allows me to turn any piece of long form content into a content plan. And if this is working, then it should automatically connect to a database that I have in Notion. So I'm actually going to pull that up here. I have this database in Notion that I call my post library. Okay. So let's come in here. I'm going to start the skill. So to start the skill, I just do the / command, find the skill, and it is called Content Planner. Now the skill is it's just a set of instructions. So behind this prompt here, this command, there is a file which has a set of instructions that tells this agent, it gives it the task for how I want content created. Okay. So you don't see that part. That part's behind the scenes. So it's meant to work with some sort of long form content piece. So I'm just uploading the transcript from this call. And from here, all I have to do is let it know how many posts I want. So I just want to say 5 posts for LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. Now I could say what kind of posts I want. I could say nothing and it's still going to create posts, but I give it a little bit of specifics. And then I also say use, and this is another skill I created called the LinkedIn audit post strategy. And this just helps me improve my LinkedIn posts. It was created using an article from an engineer that actually works for LinkedIn and was a part of creating the algorithm. So I took that as a long form piece of content and used it to create a skill. So a lot of what I want you to learn here is how we're really utilizing these pieces of long form content. Okay, so that's going to take just a minute here. And what I want to do is take out this filter and just show you for a moment. So while that is working, I want to show you the actual tool that I am using to automate this whole process. So it's called the Founder Visibility Operating System. Right now, the beta waitlist is open. So if you want to try what I'm about to show you, you can actually just put your name and email here. You will join the waitlist, and then I'll reach out to you and just schedule a demo so you get set up. So the way that this works is that it's a full system to help create visibility around your founder story and your offer. Okay, so this is a revenue generating system and automating the content creation process so that it's high value content. And again, it leads people to your offer and to your story and your brand. So the way that it starts is we always start with your high ticket offer. So I've clarified that in this particular skill. So the content planner knows what my offer is, and it knows to create call to actions, and it knows to create content that leads to that offer. And then what it's going to do is it's also going to pull from a knowledge base that has my authority content in it. Okay, so it has my story, it has newsletters, articles, other things that I've done. So that's my knowledge base. And then we take that knowledge base and we actually turn it into a multi-platform library, which I'll show you in a second. So this has all of my posts, all of my campaigns that they're a part of, and the platforms that we're going to post on. And we actually manage right in here. So we can edit the content right inside of the Content OS. And it's integrated with Notion. So I just showed you this post library. And if everything works, you'll see that these posts will be added to the bottom here when the task is done. And so we can come in here and actually edit inside the Content OS. And then this is my favorite part, is all you have to do is change the status for the post and it'll automatically publish, because it's integrated with tools behind the scenes that will publish straight to LinkedIn, straight to Instagram, straight to YouTube, TikTok, all the major platforms. And then on top of that, with these tools, you can stay on top of comments, replies. Big thing is also data. Of course, looking at the content that's going out there, seeing what's working on each platform. And then this is really built for you to run it solo with the minimum amount of time each week dedicated to creating content. Also, you can easily hand this over to a social media manager or a VA. Okay, so once you sign up for the beta waitlist, then I'll schedule a call with you to do a demo. One of the first things that we'll do is just take you through this onboarding process so that you get to know the platform. Now, the full version of this has a lot more features, a lot more buttons, but I really wanted to simplify this down. The way that it works is that the more that you do and build on here, the more features open up for you, because I find that people get very overwhelmed and don't know where to focus. So we are going to start with just the knowledge base and the Content OS, which I will explain, and I'm going to show you how this workflow and everything all comes together. Okay, so the Content OS is your visibility command center. It's where all of your content is, where it's going to be published from, edited, imported, all of that is right here. I even have this little toolkit on the side. These are just quick links for tools that I'm using. So I'm going to go ahead and hide this for now. To start, if you look here in the library, this is what I was showing you on the home page. These are all posts and they are organized by the platform that we're posting these on, and we are doing our best to post these on multiple platforms, right? So we can see the ones that we've done that with, and even the type of content and then the status. Now, the really cool thing about this, like I told you, is once any of these statuses are changed to approved, so I can edit these right in here. You see this opens up. And there's a status button here that's changed to approved. It will automatically post it, schedule it, and post it for me. So this is an automated system with all of that already built in. I can come in here, I can expand the body of the content if I want to edit it, and I can even copy it. Sometimes I will copy the content to create some sort of media content. If it's not a clip, like a visual clip, I will copy the body of the post and then take that to ChatGPT and actually create an image or a carousel, something like that. So this is the content system. The way that the content comes in here is two ways right now. For beta, you'll be able to upload a CSV file, and I have the headers here for you so that you can tell whatever AI tool you're using to use this formatting, and then it'll just smoothly upload. Right now, I'm using the Notion Live Sync, and this is ultimately what I want everyone to have access to, but I'm still working out some kinks here. But all I have to do, so I'm just going to pause here and then go back to Manus, which is the agentic tool that I'm using to create the content plan. Okay, so just as a review, we have the transcript from a sales call that I just did, right? I want to create content with that. I don't want to have to think about what kind of content or prompt it to align it to this offer and let me load a knowledge base. No, I'm just using a skill that already has that knowledge base built in. It knows my brand, it knows what I want, it knows the offer, and that's the content planner. And this is what I asked for: 5 posts for LinkedIn, IG, and YouTube. Okay, so if it worked, it should have added the post to my post library, and it looks like it did. So they are on the bottom here. Why am I not going directly from Manus to my content OS, because I still want a local library and knowledge base and a core knowledge base, and I don't want that to be living on any other platform, hosted by any other platform. So Notion is my core knowledge base. It has been for years. Notion is where I've been keeping all of my notes, all of my data for years before AI came out. So Notion is home base, and you'll want to think about what's your home base that's local, that is not dependent on any platform. So that's why Notion, I start here, but I wanted a way to take this from Notion and then be able to edit it in the command center along with my other tools and then publish. So I just want to show you how easy it is to update my library. I can just come here to import and sync now, and those new posts will be added to my library. All done. I come in here and here they are. Okay, so these are all new post ideas that I can come to, and I can look at them here. I can look at the content and very easily start to edit, change the status so that my VA knows, okay, these are the ones that need to be drafted, reviewed. And then once we click approved and save, this will automatically schedule the post to YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. Now, once we do this first post, so this first one we'll say is going to be YouTube, then we repurpose it to all the other platforms. So this is how we've increased our content distribution so much, is through this content operating system that's part of the Founder Visibility operating system. So I hope that helped to see how all of that works together. Just to review, we created the content plan inside of Manus. We had Manus, our agent, and ask it to turn anything into a content plan. And then that was automatically sent to Notion, right? So it's here. And then we just synced it in our Visibility Center, our OS, through the live sync. And then it showed up here. And now I can come here to any of these posts, edit them, and publish by clicking approved and save. So it's that simple. It's very fast once you get into it. So that's what we're building. I hope you enjoy.